Who are Foals? Jimmy? Foals, we are a rock band from England.
We're originally a rock band from Oxford, England, and now we're from London. It's a baby horse. Foals is a baby horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby horses.
What was so Yannis's surname in...
Philippakis. Yannis's name is Yannis Philippakis, and apparently Philippakis means lover of small horses. My first memories probably like one of my parents listening to music in the car, like maybe UB40, Red Red Wine, or some sort of Pink Floyd thing from my dad.
Yeah, mine was probably, my dad used to listen to a lot of Neil Young when I was little, and I kind of hated it when I was young because I found it really depressing, but as I've grown up I love it. But yeah, that was probably one of my first memories of music. I met Yannis, the singer, when we were at school. We were at different schools, but we met and we played in another band. The Edmund Fitzgerald, yes. And then I went to art college, and Walter, our bass player who's now left, he was on my course. So we were going to have a jam with Walter, but he was like, okay, well, if I'm going to play with you guys, I've made this like sort of like Blood Brothers style pact with my friend Jimmy that if I'm ever going to play in a band with someone, I have to involve Jimmy.
Yeah.
So Jimmy was like the package deal, I guess. With
I
Walter.
came with Walter, and no one really wanted me, especially Yannis. But I hung around and survived.
Now it's okay.
Yeah, now it's okay, I think. It's getting there.
Our music style's kind of different between songs as well, so I guess I don't know.
That's your job.
I think personally we've got really eclectic taste in the band, and I personally don't really listen to much indie or rock music myself. I think in a way, like the fact that we all have eclectic kind of different tastes in music is kind of why it works so well, because we kind of draw from very like a wide array of influences. But yeah, no, I just think it doesn't. Rock is kind of what comes naturally to us when we sit down with our instruments and play. So much time passes between albums because of, it's not like the 60s and 70s where bands would put out a record a year. Now it's kind of, because you need to tour so much. We'll put a record out every 3 or 4 years, so like, I don't think we really ever think that much before we start making a record. It's just so much time has passed that you just can't help absorb so many things. Also, when you tour around the world so much, you just experience so many things that it can't help but sort of change you a little bit. By the time you start a new record,
it's it's just a natural evolution, I think. Why not? I guess. It's like, so we get the opportunity, especially to go to New York on the first album was really, really exciting.
Yeah.
It was like summer in New York. We'd never really been there before. That was really fun. Sweden was more wintry. It wasn't quite so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, we love Sweden, but we picked the wrong time of year to go, I think.
Yeah. And France last time was amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was kind of probably our luxury recording experience.
Yeah.
In a very nice place in Provence.
I think it's nice to kind of put yourself somewhere new and exciting when you're making a record, because it just adds to the overall kind of excitement, and also it's kind of nice for us to sort of look back on certain records and put ourselves in those places. It's like if you have a good recording experience, it really like affects the way you kind of look and reminisce about the records. So if you're really happy when you make a record, it can kind of make you love the record even more. And even if, say, you make your best record but you were miserable, it makes it hard to enjoy, some of that record.
Yeah.
Yannis is kind of the lyrics man, so I won't give the most eloquent explanation of his themes, but I think there's a big kind of underlying theme about sort of this kind of anxiety of knowing that we're kind of destroying the planet and sort of living in politically uncertain times, and I think this is, out of all of our records, the first time that he's really channeled into what's happening now, but I feel like he's done it in such a way that is kind of it's not going to date the records.
No, it's not. It's not overbearing.
No, it's not overbearing, and it's kind of abstract enough to, for it not to ruin the record for future listeners. But I think he's talking about things that are happening now, and I think that's really exciting because, we're living in fucking weird times right now. Just wrote too many songs.
Yeah, we for the first time ever we wrote and recorded like a lot of songs and finished them all. And we were thinking of putting it all on one album, but it was too long. And if you have too many songs on an album, it cheapens, all the songs individually, and they won't get listened to properly. So we were like, the easiest way to release all this material and make sure that people have the time to listen to it is just split it up and put it out in 2 digestible chunks. Covers? Yeah, well, one's pink and one's orange, right?
Yeah, I think that they were images Yannis found,
yeah.
And I think that they really successfully kind of sum up the kind of vibe visually that we were going for with the music.
Yannis does all the lyrics, and a large amount, he starts a large amount of the music, so he'll come with some loops and ideas, things he's made on his laptop. And then we usually, we'll listen to a few, maybe I'll present some bits and bobs as well, and then we'll start working on them all together in a small room, and then do that for a few months, and then go to the studio, and it just grows and grows and grows. It grows from something very small to be quite big. Skins.
Oh, that was funny.
That was my
birthday. It's your birthday,
yeah. I was the drunkest person there. Everyone filming, they were made to look drunk, but they weren't allowed to drink.
Yeah.
We were the only ones that were actually drinking. So,
yeah.
That was a long time
That
ago.
was fun. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. I think at the time we were kind of worried about being too closely tied into any particular show or something. We didn't want to seem like, the band from Skins or anything, but looking back on it, it's kind of nice because of that time. Skins was, such an important show for a lot of teenagers, and there was such an exciting thing happening with music and indie bands and sort of all this kind of dance rock kind of stuff that was happening. It's really nice to look back and know that we were a part of that now.
Yeah.